My child, listen closely now, for heaven is calling your name at this very moment. This is no ordinary message. This is a divine summons and appointment written into your life long before you even realized it. This moment was designed with precision, far beyond your comprehension. You did not stumble upon this message by accident, and you certainly are not here by chance. I, Jesus, have placed these words directly in your path as a sacred invitation, a holy interruption meant for you. The season you've been caught in, the one that has kept you in chains, is about to shift. Heaven is calling you, and you cannot ignore this call. If these words stir something deep within your spirit, know that you can be part of carrying this message to others. Through the link in the description or pinned comment, you can buy a coffee, donate, or join our community. Every small act of faith you share here will send this sacred message to those still searching, still waiting for the word they need, just like you once did. Do not look away now. If you scroll past or ignore this stirring in your spirit, you risk missing something heaven has specifically prepared for you. I have watched you through your most difficult days, the days your heart felt heavy, when your thoughts were loud, when you questioned whether I saw you, heard you, or cared. I saw every tear you tried to hide, every unspoken question that weighed on your mind, through every moment of fear, uncertainty, loneliness, and confusion, when you whispered, "Lord, do you still remember me?" I heard you. Yes, I remembered you. Even in your darkest hours, I was near, though you may have thought I was far away. I stayed close when you felt abandoned. I protected you when you believed no one was fighting for you. And now, at this very moment, I am calling you. This moment is handpicked, a holy moment, to remind you that I have never forgotten you. At this exact moment, I am calling you because something in your spirit can no longer stay dormant. No longer can it remain hidden beneath the weight of all you've endured. Heaven is calling you now, not gently but urgently, with a voice that resonates through time. Something in the spiritual realm has shifted, and I do not want you to miss what is unfolding. This message is neither just a comfort nor a warning. It is a summons, a call from heaven to step into the next chapter of who you are becoming. Do not dismiss this as just another message, another voice in the noise. No, my beloved, this is me, Jesus, speaking directly into your heart, calling you by name. I know how close you are to stepping into something greater than anything you've ever known. Perhaps your heart is trembling, your spirit stirring with something you haven't felt in a long time. That warmth, that sudden awareness that something sacred is happening, that is my presence. That is my voice reaching your spirit. Do you think it's a coincidence that you are hearing these words right now, after all you've been through? I assure you, nothing about this moment is random. This is not by chance. This is divine intention. I orchestrated every moment leading to this encounter, aligning time, circumstances, emotions, and even your heart's position to ensure that when heaven called, you would be able to hear it. This message is a doorway, an opportunity that will reveal the reasons behind your struggles, the purpose in your pain, and the meaning behind the battles you thought would break you. If you step through it, I will lift burdens you have carried for too long, and I will reveal to you the things I have prepared in secret. But if you turn away, if you choose to ignore this call, you will miss out on the healing, the breakthrough, and the answers that have been sent just for you. You have reached the turning point of a season, a place where the past can no longer hold you. Old wounds will begin to heal, and the heaviness that has followed you will start to fade away. But this transformation cannot happen unless you acknowledge this moment, unless you open your heart to listen. That's why my call is urgent. Heaven is reaching for you now because you cannot stay where you are. Too much is waiting for you. Too much has been prepared for you in the next chapter of your life. Let these words sink deeply into your spirit. Heaven is calling you now, not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, but now. If you feel stirred, I invite you to take action. Every seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that lights the way for others who are lost and searching. Your involvement, whether through a small donation or joining our community, will fuel a divine mission to reach the weary, the broken, and the forgotten souls who need these words just as much as you once did. This is the moment. This is the invitation of destiny. I didn't call someone else, I called you. I didn't send this message for anyone but you. It is not meant for someone more perfect, more holy, or more put together. It's meant for you, the one who feels unworthy, the one who feels tired, the one who feels overlooked, the one who needs this message more than you realize. So listen, do not walk away, because if you do, you will miss what heaven has set before you. But if you stay with me, through every word, you will see that this moment is the beginning of everything you have prayed for. Type Amen if you believe Jesus is the answer to all your needs. Open your heart now, for I am calling you directly, intentionally, and with a voice that echoes through eternity to reach you at this very moment. This is not a faint or distant call. It is a call that rings deep within your soul. You may not hear it with your ears, but your spirit knows it. Your heart recognizes it. There is a stirring inside you, a warmth, a weight, a sudden awareness that something sacred is happening right now. That stirring is me, my child. That pull, that stillness, that sense of something shifting, that is my call, reaching deep into your spirit. Do not ignore it. This is not a coincidence. I placed this message before you on purpose. Every moment, every thought, every breath has led to this moment where you are finally ready to hear me again. Your spirit is prepared to listen, and I am calling you because I have never stopped moving toward you. Even when you stopped moving toward me, I never turned away. I waited patiently, knowing the day would come when you would be able to hear me once again, not as an idea or a distant possibility, but as the lifeline your heart has been longing for. Today is that day. This moment is holy. I have watched you endure storms that should have broken you. I have seen you rise even when your strength was gone. I have counted every tear, every sigh, every prayer you whispered in the silence. I have seen the pain you carried, and I have been there, even when you thought you were alone. I was closer to you than you knew. I was always with you, and now I am calling you because your heart is aligned with heaven in a way it has not been in a long time. This is your moment, my beloved child. Do not let it slip away. Heaven is calling you now. Will you answer? The moments when emotions suddenly surge, when your heart unexpectedly softens, the longings that rise within you without warning, none of these are by chance. These are the signals sent by heaven. These are the vibrations that precede a breakthrough. These are the signs that a spiritual transformation is underway. My call is ringing because this shift is happening with you in mind. It is drawing you out of one season and into another, a new chapter designed for you. But my child, you must answer this call to walk into what I have prepared. Understand this deeply. I am not calling you because you have it all together. I am not calling you because you have mastered everything or because you have been flawless in your faith. No, I am calling you simply because you are mine. I am calling you because I love you. I am calling you because your destiny is alive, despite all the attempts to bury it. No matter how many times life has tried to suppress it, your spirit is precious to me, and your purpose is still alive within my plan. And yes, I am calling you because time is moving in a new direction for you. You cannot step into this new season without hearing my call clearly. Pick up this call with your heart, my child, not with your hands, not through any external gesture. You don't need to speak out loud or perform any act. Simply open your heart. Let your spirit respond. Let your soul say, Lord, I'm listening. That is how you answer me. That is how you pick up my call. I am not inviting you into religion. I am inviting you into relationship. I am not calling you to live under pressure. I am drawing you into presence. I am not pulling you into fear, but into freedom. My call is not meant to frighten you. It is meant to awaken you. There is something inside you that has been dormant for far too long. Something within you has been waiting to rise again. Something deep within your spirit has been longing for my voice, even when you didn't know how to express it. For a long time, there has been a battle for your heart, even when you didn't always recognize it. Though the enemy tried to drown my voice with noise, distractions, fear, anxiety, shame, loneliness, and confusion, my call has always been louder than his lies. I have been calling you through every season. I called you during your moments of joy and your moments of sorrow. I called you in your strength and in your weakness. The reason my call feels louder now is because the spiritual atmosphere has shifted. Heaven is leaning in closer to you. Angels have drawn near. The Holy Spirit is stirring around you. And I, Jesus, am calling directly to your heart because something is about to break. A chain is about to be shattered. A door is about to open. A season is about to shift. And your spirit must be awake to receive it. You may be wondering why this call feels urgent. The reason is simple. Time is moving differently for you now. The window of transformation has opened, and I do not want you to miss it. Every soul has moments when heaven releases a call that must be answered. This is one of those moments for you. This is the moment when the chains of your past weaken. This is the moment when clarity begins to emerge. This is the moment when the weight you have been carrying starts to lift. This is the moment when your heart will begin to breathe again. This is the moment when heaven is leaning in, saying, Rise, I am calling you higher. And my child, I will not let you pass this moment by unaware. Together we can bring more light into this world. I have waited for you with a patience that knows no end. I have pursued you with a love that will never give up. I have protected you with a strength you never fully saw. And now, I am calling you with a clarity your heart can no longer deny. So hear me now, beloved one. Pick up this call with your heart, not your hands. Pick it up with your openness, your vulnerability, your willingness to allow me to reach the deepest parts of you, those parts that have been silent for too long. You are not here by accident. You are not reading these words because you stumbled upon them. You are here because heaven has called your name, and I will not stop calling until your heart answers. My child, come closer, for I am about to speak into the parts of you that you hide from the world, the parts you struggle to face even within yourself. I am reaching into the depths where your silent tears have fallen, where your fears have whispered loudly, where your wounds have quietly lingered in the corners of your soul. I am speaking now to the parts of you that ache, the parts you never show. I am speaking to the heart you have kept guarded, the burdens you have carried alone, the sorrow that presses against your chest when the world goes quiet. My child, I see what no one else sees. I know what no one else knows. I understand what no one else has understood. And I need you to hear me clearly now. I was there. You have walked through seasons where you felt invisible, unseen, unnoticed by the people around you. You tried to be strong, to be steady, to be the one who didn't fall apart. But inside you were breaking in 1,000 ways that no one could see. You cried into your pillow when the world was asleep, wiping your tears quickly as if erasing them would erase the pain. You pressed your face into your hands when the weight became too heavy, whispering, "Why do I feel so alone?" My child, I saw every tear that slipped from your eyes. I felt the tremble in your breath. I heard the quiet sighs you tried to suppress. But I want you to know something sacred: no tear was wasted. I collected every single one. There were times when you didn't even know what you were feeling, only that it hurt. There were moments when the ache inside you seemed too deep for words, too overwhelming to explain, too heavy for your body to bear. You tried to push through it, to ignore it, to pretend it didn't matter. But when the room grew silent, when life slowed down, the pain found its way back to you. The sadness you tried so hard to hide crept back into your soul and wrapped itself around your thoughts. And even then, especially then, I leaned in closer to you. I surrounded you with my presence the way a parent holds their trembling child. I held you, yes, even when you couldn't feel me, even when you couldn't see me. Remember this, beloved one. Every good thing you offer to this mission is recorded in heaven. Through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you can buy a coffee, donate, or join our community. Every act of generosity becomes a stream of living water flowing into the life of someone who needs healing, someone still in the darkness you once walked through, waiting for a voice like this one to reach them. There were nights when your mind raced with fear, fear of the future, fear of failure, fear of never healing, fear of losing more, fear of not being enough. You whispered your fears into the darkness like confessions you were afraid to say out loud. You questioned everything: your worth, your purpose, your strength, your voice. You wondered whether you mattered, whether anyone cared, whether your life had meaning. But hear me now, my child. I cared. I cared deeply. I listened to every fear, even the ones you couldn't express. I understood every question, even the ones you abandoned halfway through. And I did not judge you. I did not tire of your cries. I stayed, I listened. I absorbed your pain into my spirit because I have loved you with a love that does not fade, does not break, and does not walk away. You carried burdens far heavier than you should have. You kept going even when your heart was exhausted. You gave when you had nothing left to give. You showed up even when your spirit wanted to collapse. You smiled when your soul was tired. You comforted others while you were hurting inside. You tried to be dependable when you had no strength left. You hid your breaking because you didn't want to be a burden. But my child, you were never a burden to me. I never asked you to carry all of that alone. I never wanted you to bear that weight by yourself. You were never meant to be your own protector, your own healer, or your own savior. That was never my plan for you. You took on burdens that were meant to be placed in my hands. And even when you tried to carry them alone, I walked beside you. There were days when you felt forgotten by others, when you thought you were invisible, when you looked at your life and saw delays, unanswered prayers, and silence. You wondered if I had moved on, if I had more important people to care for, if I had forgotten you. My beloved, I never forgot you. I never overlooked you. I never turned my face away from you for even a moment. You were never in the shadows of my attention. You were always at the center of my heart. When you felt unseen, I was watching over you. When you felt unheard, I was listening to every unspoken word. When you felt abandoned, I was closer to you than your very breath. You were not forgotten. You were carried. I saw every moment when you tried to hold yourself together while everything inside you was falling apart. I saw when you forced a smile so no one would ask what was wrong. I saw when you carried responsibilities while the weight of sorrow pressed down on you. I saw when you questioned whether life would ever get better. Sorry, I can't assist with that.